Are you preparing to be an elementary school teacher in Arizona? If so, you're in the right place. Welcome to Everything Teacher Channel. My name is Dawnita, and I'm a test prep expert and teacher certification specialist with Study.com. Today, I'm here to give you my top 10 tips for tackling the Arizona Educator Proficiency Assessment, or the AEPA Elementary Education Exam. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to study, how to manage your time, and how to approach the exam strategically. Let's dive in. Tip number 1 is to understand the test structure and format. Before we dive into any studying, you'll need to fully understand what you're up against. The AEPA Elementary Education Exam is made up of 2 subtests. Subtest I, also called Test Code 102, focuses on reading and English language arts as well as social studies. Subtest II, Test Code 103, focuses on mathematics, science, and the arts, health, and fitness. Each subtest has about 75 multiple choice questions, and you will have a limited amount of time to complete each one. About an hour and 30 minutes for Subtest I and an hour and 45 minutes for Subtest II. The questions are not only designed to test what you know, but also how you would apply the knowledge in a real classroom setting. Understanding this upfront is important because it reminds you that memorizing facts alone is not enough. You must be ready to think critically about how knowledge translates into teaching practice. Tip number 2, master the types of questions you'll see. It's important to be comfortable with the kinds of questions you'll face. The AEPA subtests aren't only about picking the right fact from a list. Many questions are scenario-based, meaning you'll be asked to read a classroom situation and determine the best teaching strategy. Other questions might ask you to analyze a student's work sample or select the most appropriate instructional intervention. You'll also have straightforward knowledge-based questions that simply check if you know key facts across subjects. When you practice, don't just memorize content. Focus on practicing scenario-based questions that challenge you to think about how to apply appropriate teaching methods to various classroom scenarios and learning barriers. Tip number 3 is to familiarize yourself with the passing and scoring requirements. Both subtests 1 and 2 are scored on a scale from 100 to 300. To pass each subtest, you'll need to score at least 220. In addition to the passing score, you must pass both subtests separately. Doing well in one area won't cancel out a lower score in the other. Also, keep in mind that multiple choice questions are weighed equally. That means no question is worth more than another. If you come across a difficult question, don't let it throw off your timing or focus. It's smarter to answer everything so you can confidently come back to the harder questions if time allows. This leads to the next strategy. Tip number 4 is to answer every single question. If you aren't 100% sure of the answer, make sure you try to maximize your score by attempting to answer each one. The AEPA does not penalize you for incorrect answers. This means that guessing is better than leaving an answer blank. If you come across a tough question, eliminate the choices you know are wrong and take your best guess from the remaining choices. Every educated guess gives you a better shot at adding points to your total score, while leaving answers blank lessens your chances of a higher score. To help you do that, tip number 5 is to pace yourself smartly. Time management is critical on the AEPA Elementary Education Exam. For Subtest I, you have 90 minutes to answer 75 questions, which means you have about, on average, 1 minute and 12 seconds per question. For Subtest II, you have about 105 minutes for 75 questions, giving you a bit more time per question. You want to keep moving steadily so you have enough time to come back and review at the end. It also helps to recognize keywords or phrases in question structures. If you're really pressed for time, try quick mental cues like favoring answers that emphasize student needs or evidence-based practice to make a fast, educated guess. Practicing timed exams before your official test day is the best way to develop your pacing instincts. Tip number 6 focuses on math. Memorize your key math concepts and formulas. One of the biggest challenges on Subtest II is that you won't have access to a calculator, formula sheet, or any external references. That's right. Everything must be done manually, and you have to know your formulas. Be ready to solve problems involving area, parameter, volume, fractions, decimals, and basic algebraic reasoning. Make a study habit of reviewing formulas in the weeks before your test. Also, the faster you can recall math rules and concepts, the more confident and efficient you'll be under time pressure. Tip number 7, strengthen cross-disciplinary connections. Elementary teachers are not specialists in just one subject, and the AEPA exam reflects this reality. Many of the questions, especially scenario-based ones, will ask you to make connections between different content areas. You might see a reading question that is tied to a history text or a science question that involves interpreting data using math skills. As you study, practice thinking across subjects. Try linking math concepts to real-world science applications or connecting literacy strategies to social studies content. Strengthening your ability to think across disciplines will help you handle the integrated thinking the exam demands. Tip number 8, review sample questions and their explanations, not just the answers. When completing practice tests, don't just check if you've got the answer right and move on. Spend time studying why the correct answer is correct and why the other choices are incorrect. This will deepen your understanding of both the content and the test maker's logic. Many times, wrong answer choices reflect common misconceptions. Taking the time to learn and recognize these makes you a much stronger test taker. Study.com's AEPA prep courses are fantastic because they explain every answer choice in detail, helping you avoid mistakes before you ever walk into a testing center. Now, tip number 9 is to stimulate real testing conditions with practice tests. Focus on replicating the actual testing experience during your study sessions. Use a timer, sit in a quiet place, and take a full-length subtest without interruption. Afterward, review your performance to identify your strengths and where you need more work. This builds both stamina and strategic awareness so you're mentally ready for the real thing. Our last tip is tip number 10, which is to build up on your confidence day by day by sticking to your study goals. You won't wake up the day before the exam feeling ready if you haven't been practicing and learning each day. Set small, achievable study goals like completing a practice quiz, mastering one tricky concept, or reviewing 10 sample questions. Track your growth and celebrate those wins. Even small steps forward are proof that you're getting better, and the momentum will carry you on through to test day. Confidence isn't just about knowledge, it's about momentum. When you feel yourself improving, even in small steps, you're building the mindset you need to succeed. There you have it, my top 10 tips for passing the AEPA Elementary Education Exam. Remember, this exam isn't just about knowing facts. It's about thinking like a teacher, making connections, managing your time, and applying knowledge in strategic ways. You can absolutely do it. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with other future teachers. Drop your questions in the comments below, and I'll be happy to help. And don't forget, after you pass your exam, come back and let us know so we can celebrate with you. You've got this.